5. The next game is the Group D game between one of the teams that impressed everyone. Kenya versus Germany is live next. My name is Manish Jolly. With me is Rohit Shetty. What a game it has been. Nepal, of course, clearly dominant team against Bhutan, but Kenya unbeaten. They were splendid yesterday, snatched a victory against Australia. Germany will be vying for the honours as well. But then this is the schedule of the day. India, Malaysia, India, Bhutan later on in the day. And of course, we await the arrival of both the teams. Germany and Kenya is live.
Please welcome up first the men's team of Kenya.
Well, then they were good yesterday. They took the challenge. They were trailing, came back from behind to beat Australia. It was a tactical victory for Kenya, unbeaten in Group D. And here they are, dancing around, beaming with confidence.
And facing them in this match is the men's team of Germany.
So there it is, the Germany side. They're languishing at the bottom of the table so far, haven't really got any victory. So this is their chance. They are coming up against a strong Kenyan side. They've got an incredible victory yesterday. We'll wait and watch how this pans out.
Let's also welcome our dignitaries between the teams. First, Professor Rakesh Kumar Gupta, Principal, Ramlal Anand College, University of Delhi. And joining him is Mr. Mandeep Malhotra, CMO, Kho Kho World Cup.
Well, then this is the moment that both the teams stand in pride. It's the time for national anthems of the two teams.
Let's all rise for the national anthem of Kenya. And now for the national anthem of Germany.
It's awe-inspiring to listen to the national anthems. This, of course, of Germany and Kenya. Two teams' performance has been poles opposite, but it'll be interesting to see how Germany cope up to the Kenyan challenge.
Toss time here.
Toss won by Germany. Toss won by Germany. Choice defense.
Well, that's second in today, and that's decision of defending has been seen by us against Nepal also. So Germany probably taking leave out of that game against Nepal and Bhutan, and Kenya had those opportunities yesterday to attack and defend, but they were splendid against Australia. Just snatched that victory. But today, look out for number 28. He's not the Wazir today, Moatenya. He was splendid with his attacking. Hiren Pathak is a good defender. So is Mabutu, the Wazir, who's going to feature in the first set of attackers. That's the playing 12 of Kenya.
Germany on the other end will be looking forward to get some points on board in the first ever Kho Kho World Cup. They've had a lot of learnings to do as well in their competition so far. They'll be looking forward to get the best. Jonas with the likes of CV coach as well. Cedric Harvey there. Also look out for Fabio, who has won majority of the awards yesterday. We'll be heading into a short little break. On the other side, action coming in.
Well, the live action now is just about to begin. Germany versus Kenya. Kenya unbeaten in Group D. But remember, they've got another game today, which will be a difficult one. This seems to be a high-scoring game from Kenya, and that's what we anticipate. My name is Munish Jolly. With me is Roshan Chetty.
Thank you, Munish ji. Of course, this has been an incredible start. Germany and Kenya.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's go.
Let's go is the call, and it's Kenya who's attacking. Well, the maximum scoring points have been 58 in this tournament. That was yesterday against Australia. They scored 57 against Malaysia also, and here they are attacking very quickly and getting the first 2 points on the board.
Kenya opening their account. We know they can be quick, but we didn't realize they could be so quick. So two defenders, or rather one has been tagged, two have been tagged out, and just one remaining well within 30 seconds of the game. So Kenya have opened their account. So they were taken for a shock yesterday against Australia, when Australia pinned them down at the first start, and then eventually getting it.
Is claiming a touch, denied there by the umpire, so need to run and get that tagging done. Wazir comes into play, short pass given, quick run, another pass given, no, it was a fake, and he gets rid of the third defender. 44 seconds is what Kenya needed to wipe off the badge number 1 of Germany.
Certainly that mismatch is evident. Germany has to punch above their weight today if they have to look forward. So there's the last one, of course, Sven, who came in. It'll be interesting to see how he goes when he comes down to attack, because that height certainly will help him. The likes of Storbe, Jetsis and also Monherth are now heading for defense. Kenya have a chance here to go more. We did see, of course, in the first game, their 9 points being taken yesterday.
Another tagging done. Number 17, Fabio Jetsis will go back into the tag. And one more attempt made. Wazir running very fast, but then quick pass given. Number 7 of Kenya. That's Hiren. Still running ahead. Passes on to number 2. That's Kosi. Nice attempt.
So Kenya have already got 8 points in the turn 1. And remember, they're attacking, so they will try to get as many as possible to that. Germany will have to get at least 1 point to take something out from this turn. It's not that they're too quick of sorts, but they can really snatch in points when needed. We've seen it in the last couple of games.
It's gone wide of the court, and that becomes easy. But number 6, Suwaire of Kenya to tag. Well, you are a defender. You need to be close to the center line. That's the law of Kho. You go wide and you get tagged on like this, and Hiren finding it very easy in the end.
They're returning pretty quick. Germany will have to think out of the box right now if they have to survive, because already 2 batches have gone in packing. And the Kenyan will continues. It's been a story of some incredible willpower from Kenya. So 3 tags which came in for this one. Like you said, Munish, the moment they go outside and go close to the boundary, they are killing themselves out there.
Well, then 44 seconds for the first batch, 56 seconds for the second batch. So Kenya already on the verge of getting the maximum. They're going to score rich here in the attacking turn. Tagging done. Well done.
Of course, they have gone out this time for a skydive then. So we did see the fact that they have changed their wazirs from yesterday. Abduba and also the likes of Martin have come in as a wazir. On contrary to what was there yesterday, Brian was there alongside Moses. So I think they're going with every opponent, not just by sticking to a standard routine out there.
You know, I agree that Kenya are onto a flying start. They've got 14 on the board. But then how far are they going to go all out against Germany, or are they going to slow down? And the reason I say that is because they play a big game later in the day, and that is against the table toppers, England.
Isn't that the reason they also take defense first? But now they've taken to attack, which means they'll be in defense in the last turn out there. Right now, Germany are struggling.
Reckonham tagged by Jamos, and another tagging done. And that's very impressive by number 2, Kosi, getting his second tag of the day. 18 points now for Kenya. But what a game we saw yesterday. Kenya-Australia was one of the memorable games for us.
The most promising and also one of the most exciting contests there. Kenya snatched victory from Australia, like they're snatching points here against Germany right now. 3 tags which came in for the last one. In style as well, Munish.
They look very confident, and after they got that cliffhanger in their favour against Australia yesterday, I'm sure they must be vying their chances for playing big in this tournament. Knockouts begin from tomorrow. Wazir comes in handy, tagging Frank Xavier Kazer. And this is, of course, an explosive start by Kenya.
So 20 points already. They could do as much as possible with another 4 minutes remaining, remember, in this particular turn 1 as well. So Kenya realized, I love this approach, how he takes it down, trying to corner him. So there's so much of mind games going in as well. When you have an eye contact with the defender, they're coming in. He's saying, look, I'm going to hunt you down.
This, of course, is a Kenyan team that must be beaming with confidence, because getting a game yesterday against Australia, they must be focusing on the game against England today. That's going to be an interesting encounter. But at the moment, Germany need to get their foot right, because they haven't really defended well in this tournament. Westbrook tagged. Another point added to Kenya's tally.
I think what's been the best part of Kenya is that they're not just fast, but they also can go long there. The endurance is incredible. We have seen it yesterday coming in. So this is good given the fact that we're now heading to the business end of the season eventually. So I think Kenya will certainly be one of the top contenders in this first ever Kho Kho World Cup.
Germany played their first against England, and they got 38 points then. Is it that the German team is a good attacking side? Because if you want to question their defending, I'm sure you'll agree with me that they are giving away those points very easily.
Certainly said that earlier on as well. Germans traditionally in any other sport, of course, they would be attacking from the word go. I think it's just about learning the momentum of the sport as well. Well, he tripped down when he went forward. On either side, even the defender fell down. But guess who wins in the end? It is Kenya. Sweri there.
No mercies on the Kho Kho court. All out Germany. Kenya get 24 in 2 minutes and 19 seconds that still remain in this turn 1. It's a 7-minute turn. 2 attacking and 2 defensive turns for both the teams. Kenya on their tagging turn have got the maximum till now.
This was, of course, the first slip that happened while he was attempting the post dive there. And then, well, he went forward. He tripped as well.
What was he doing? My friend, my dear friend attacker, you fell down. I fall down too? No, it doesn't happen in Kho Kho. There are no mercies there. You fall down. And the best part is I just want to make it clear, because a small kid came yesterday and he asked me if the body of an attacker touches the body, not the hand, will the tagging be done? The rule is no. You need to tag the players with your hand. So even if a player trips and you touch him with your leg, no points will be given until you tag him with the hand. Meanwhile, more points added to Kenya's tally.
There, of course, India will be playing Malaysia eventually in the women's Group A game. 6:45, that is. Along, of course, the men's will be playing the trade as well. Kenya, so far in this contest, have gone pretty smooth with 26 points. India taking on Bhutan as well in Group A. That starts at 8 p.m. remember. While they got an incredible victory yesterday, India. So, yeah, I think now this is where it is. The coach is there inside.
That's Kosh wearing the number 11 jersey, doing a rivet. Oh, no mercies there. You need to get the right gripping on the court, so it's very important for a proper warm-up schedule that they do off the courts. And the surface there is very similar. The warm-up area is where you need to do these maneuvers again and again. How far have Germany warmed up?
A very important point you mentioned, because certainly if you've not warmed yourself enough, you go for quick turns and then there's the problem. You end up tripping. Still going on Harbour there.
And these are all dry mats. They don't put moisture as you see in a hockey field on a hockey turf. Wazir missing the skydive there. And then it seems he was a bit angry with his effort. Didn't get a tag. And all the way to the post and turned around. Meanwhile, the struggle continues for Germany here.
It's incredible to see how Kenya has in fact packed in the story as well. Oh, this time he tripped in, but he tagged him as well while he went down. Well, I think it would not be given. We'll wait and watch why.
Cedric Habe defending well. Well, he's been the pick of the German defenders. He's still going strong. Another skydive miss. He's claiming one, not given by the umpire.
The two back-to-back situations in against Kenya. 1 point. Oh, well, has he got it at the end? Has he got it at the end? Well, yes, he certainly got it. Point has come in as well. You love the Germans here, the way they're playing out.
Well, then that's the spirit that we live with. That's the spirit that we are watching in this Kho Kho World Cup, where the losers celebrate with the winners. They dance around, they sing around. And that's what Kho Kho is all about. India's game going all over the world. Of course, they came out with a lot of aspirations, the team spirit, the enthusiasm of Kho Kho. Kenya, Germany taking the flag of Kho Kho World Cup ahead. The great ambassadors of the country. Of course, these were the highlights where there were some struggling moments for Germany. But jubilations in the Kenyan camp. They're leading by 28 points to nil.
And there, of course, the match summary. The attack, 28 points for Kenya out there in the first. So I think that they've really made it a point to go forward. Turn 2 will be coming up eventually. We'll wait and watch what happens.
India versus Bhutan, the men's Group A encounter tonight at 8 p.m. But at the moment you're watching live coverage. And we are just moving ahead with the start of the Turn 2. In Turn 1, Kenya got 28 points. And they've been very impressive with their attacking. Of course, Germany, known to be good attackers than defenders. We'll all get to know here. Atenya Benja Suirei right there on the mat as defending badges. Number 1 for Kenya. My name is Munish Jolly. With me is Roshan Shetty.
So now Germany have the chance here to get a couple of points. They couldn't get any while they were defending. So attacking, of course, by now you know the sport. That is the time and phase where they will be looking for to get a couple of points as well. So Wazir is placed in there. In comes again for the other end is Jonas. It is Kenya there for Kenya. Defenders still remaining, rather 3 of them. One is on the other end. So I think they're getting the targeted approach there. They want to get Atenya out first at least.
Well, then we've seen some great defensive maneuvers by the Nepalese team in the morning today. Fetched 9 dream run points in both their defensive turns. I'm anticipating one more 7-minute defensive maneuver by this first batch. That's asking for him, but then they look very strong, the Kenyan defenders.
We've seen examples like, let's say, for Uganda, who have not really been a quick team, but they know where to get the points. So that is certainly important. If you know the sport well, if you know yourself well, how you can get points, I think that really helps in as a team, also as an individual.
Well, then it's a team that's emerging in Kho Kho, Germany. Kenya, of course, have a long history. Kho Kho is being played in many villages in Kenya. Oh, good to see that he kept his feet down. That blue cord that you see, nobody is allowed to move out of that if you're part of the defending team. But at the moment, Germany is struggling for the first points on the board.
Certainly, the struggle is evident there. Germany just lack that technique, I reckon, to go forward. But it did not just take away from them, but the fact that Kenya are too clever to play this game as well. While they're gone, eventually, have a look how Germany
wrong direction
able to get back.
Come back soon, otherwise you're giving some breathing moments to the defenders. The match time, 2 minutes and 14 seconds. When does the dream run point come into play? It comes when a defensive badge lasts for 3 minutes. That is where they are eligible for one bonus dream run point. You know what's happening there? They're splitting their planning. Oh, that's a nice act! That's a moment to cherish for German attackers.
So first points on board for Germany. After a long time, they'll certainly value it. They'll get going for more as well. So, of course, they have been almost close to a dream run now. Could be the first one coming in with less than 5 seconds to go for the first ever dream run of this game. And that will certainly be a dream run now. So Kenya continue their onslaught here. Munisha, I think we are expecting this, isn't it?
I anticipate at least 3 dream run points here, but this was the tagging done. This is the small moment of jubilation for Germany. Skydive, spectacular it looked, but they need some more spectacular moments like that. Another dream run on the cards, which is just 6 seconds away. Of course, defending team gets 1 point after every 30 seconds of a dream run. It all starts after the 3rd minute on the stay for that particular batch. Second dream run point for Kenya. And it's the 20th dream run point of the day on court number 1.
Talk about points. India have taken so many of them. I was just wishing they could leave a little points for the others as well. But Kenya been an exception team as well. So I think this will be an interesting battle in case India have to face Kenya.
Well, definitely. The coaches are watching every gun. Another dream run. 3rd dream run of Kenya. And what a coincidence. Nepal's first dream run came in turn 1. And this is Kenya's first defensive run. And they get their dream runs here. They're building up. Germany, of course, thinking, they're planning where to go. They need to be more aggressive. You need to be more volatile there. At least you can land up tagging somebody. That's the Wazir. He needs to be quicker.
I think the cool in Delhi might be affecting the flow, at least for Germany. Not something that they're not weighted with, but I think they really have to go a little more stronger. Kenya is not a team that you take lightly. Certainly not when you're 30 points down. So Germany, finally. I think they've got another one as well, but the dream run still continues. Another 10 seconds could also be coming in. Another dream run in their favor as well. We would wait and watch, and that certainly would be going for another dream run. So the dream run for Kenya continues. The dangling hand went in for the point. And I think...
I tell you what, I'm already anticipating that the number 6, Dennis Kipkoch Surrey, will last there till the 7 minutes, posing a very severe challenge on the German attackers. Look how he's moving. He's not getting tired. That's the ring defense, and that's easy. Now he's done. Oh, tag! Well done. Eventually, there's some confusions, but given by the umpire, and that's I feel that's a bonus. Monat wearing the number 8 jersey, getting the 3rd tagging for Germany. They move on to 6.
They, of course, are not saying to the coach that, look, I probably need replacement out there, and that happens as well. This is what happens. This was the first. Now look at that. He has a good physique there, a good height as well. He just went in 30% for his effort and he got the point. So I'm certainly sure the German side will be coming out a little more flexible, a little more explosive strength right now.
So Monat coach getting 1 point each, and that's the badge number 2 for Kenya. Abdu Bamos and Samuel. 6 to Germany. Kenya with those 33 points. Well, they had a great start, 28 attacking points in this game in their first attacking turn. and 5 green run points. That sum it up. It's a strong team. My bigger question again is they have a strong game against England. Would they want to top the pool? They'll have to beat England. Simple touch, that looked good. So number 21, Amos Kagiri Macharia, will go back to the dugout.
Also simultaneously, we do have other matches going in as well. Sri Lanka taking on Poland now. A comfortable lead for them as well. You can watch it on our YouTube channel, Star Sports Network. But now Kenya have got a comfortable lead in turn number 2. Less than 40 seconds remaining into this one. And the German side have managed to get a couple of points. Not as much as they would have wanted. So the Wazir comes in and the Wazir tries to tag.
That's the kind of approach you want to see from a Wazir. He was quiet, that's what I thought initially, but then he's becoming more aggressive now. That's the ask of the hour. They're wasting time, they need to attack now because we are heading towards the last 10 seconds of this turn number 2.
Yeah, I think the Kenyan side are slowly playing it down now. They realize they need to take out time, and that'll be the end of turn 2 as well. Bright smiles on the faces of the Kenyan side as well. And I think there's too much thinking to do. The reason, of course, why they're languishing at the bottom of the table. Group D, the Kenyans have been a strong side. Talk about character. I think not like what they've been challenged yesterday by Australia. Germany have a task in hand.
For a moment, I thought Germany will come out attacking more than what they did just now. Just 4 attacks for Germany. So it is, of course, a 25-point lead for Kenya. The battle will continue on the other side of the half as we take a short break for halftime, but stay for live action.
Kenya taking on Germany, and so far so good for Kenya. They have been dominating the proceedings, and like we told you, it's not just sport, it's a mix of art, culture, history coming along together as well in this beautiful indigenous sport of Kho Kho, indigenous of course to India. The campaign side, we already have a defender who's been tagged out.
6 seconds is what they needed to tag the first player out. Wazir comes into play, he's going to go till the post. Yes, he does. Goes across, tags one more. 25 seconds gone in this turn. Kenya look very aggressive, and Roshan, look at the approach of Kenyans and the Germans. Look at the speed. It's not about the technique or whether you're able to find that tagging. It's about the approach, how aggressive you are, how fast are you running on a Kho Kho mat.
Absolutely, without a doubt. So the tag comes in quickly again, but now he's actually trying to go zigzag, but doesn't work. It's been another complete tag out, and they're not happy for sure. Germany there. And less than a minute into this, and the 3 defenders have been sent packing. The tag has come in. Straightforward points for Kenya then. So I think it's just a one-way journey now. Germany look to be in a very difficult situation.
Well, that wasn't the strongest badge of Germany, because as far as the sequence of badges are concerned, they were lined up at number 3. And this is the weakest badge of Germany as far as the sequence is concerned. You have to declare your defense badges before the start of the game. You maintain a sequence as defense badge number 1, 2, 3, 4. And that's how you appear. Tagging done. Simple touch. Nicholas Gibhart will have to go out. He's asking for a review. We are going for a video referral.
So the review has come in. Germany then going in will be certainly defender review. So this is what happened. Has he got the touch? Oh, wow. What an observation. He realizes that he might not have got a touch. Look at that. Well, sometimes you could get a point with the finest margins, and sometimes you cannot. That's how close it is, and that's how incredible the sport of Kho Kho can get.
You know what the rule says? That your t-shirt is part of your body. And if you happen to touch that, being an attacker, it's still legitimate. And that is not an easy call.
And it's also important because the awareness is important. Because when, sometimes in your, of course, peripheral vision, you can see that he's seeing him coming down. And then this is the situation. So good decision, good review then coming in from Germany, but we'll wait and watch what our refs have to say.
Review successful. Defender is not out.
Well, then you always want to give that benefit of doubt. That was very close. The Iraqi thought that he got a nick on the t-shirt, but then denied by the video umpire. And rightly so. We continue. Germany on 8, Kenya on 39. And in those 39 points are 5 dream run points. The Wazir comes into play. Easy tagging in the end. Michael Stufa has been tagged and attacked by the Wazir. That's what the advantage of Wazir is, right? And he needs to be quick. Oh, that's a hop jump. You normally see that when you're defending.
So Kenya flexing their muscles now. They're also going for the review. I think that's confidence given back to Germany, because that's the last time they did take a review.
What was he doing there, Irungu? He asked for the video referral and he started chasing again.
So then the attacker reviews come in. And the first attempt which he did, look at that. Went in for a long dive. Okay, maybe from another angle, look at that.
He'll need to go further. You know what? Where did the hand land? If it landed on the center line, all the efforts will go in vain. He may have got a tagging done, but look where the hand has landed.
Yeah, I think so. His hand has landed on the central lane, so which could be contentious as well. We'll wait and watch.
Review unsuccessful. Defender is not out.
So there, of course, you did see what happened there. If you land yourself, any part of your body in the central lane out there, even if you've tagged him, that would be a not out.
You see, there are certain actions that look so spectacular on the Kho Kho mat, but they are, of course, all meant for the proper, legitimate touches. And here it is. He did get the tagging done, but look at the right hand that landed on the center line. There it is. He was pretty inside. Why did he ask for the referral there?
I think he never knew he was landing on the other side. So there it is. The tag is coming now. The last defender made them run a lot. They've taken the tag and comfortably got the points as well. There's Kevin, of course, who was the one tagging the German defender.
You know what? No matter what happens, Kenya are clearly dominating this game. But they need to be very careful with their reviews, because big games coming up. They've got a game against England and they qualify for the knockouts as well. Then what happens? At a crucial juncture, you need to plan your reviews. And there were certain players who were saying, don't go for the review. These were the moments where, of course, they dominated. They were happy with it. That was number 12, Gojuman. And all speaks about the pressure that's been built up on Germany.
Certainly they have to be careful with the reviews. Well, reviews are like your pocket money. Well, it certainly ends when you need it the most. So this is what happened. The Wazir has stepped forward for Kenya. He's pretty quick, let me tell you that.
And he's hopping. That means he's a good defender too. But because that's a defender's maneuver. At the moment, the Wazir comes into play. Nice tagging, nice planning, nice coordination. In the process, he's probably injured one of his teammates. But they're tough boys. Kenya, meanwhile, going beyond the 50-point mark.
I think it was just a clash between the attackers which came and might have misstepped or miscalculated that attempt. There's Samuel, in fact, who was surging forward. We'll have a look here. So the Wazir goes in, struggling there. Figure out well. I think just pulled up a muscle, I guess. We'll have a look here. Oh, okay. The back, I guess, while he was trying to get up. Yes.
You know what? Samuel, while playing against Australia yesterday, dived and he injured his shoulder a bit. That's the reason he was looking in pain, because to me that impact wasn't that tough. But then he's all right. That's the good news for Kenya.
So 51 points. That'll be another 2 to that. And Germany found themselves trailing by a big margin now. Quick tags. I think Kenya are just proving to be too quick here for Germany.
You know what? We know that the difference is too much. It's 55-8 in favor of Kenya. But again, I like to lay emphasis on the second game that they play, and that be against England. Now, when you see the permutations and the combinations, it's also the time when you face the table toppers. You plan your strategy, whether you want to go and become the table toppers and then face a tough team in knockouts. All those calculations will be made today by the teams. The last day of league games today.
It's very important now, the fact that they've gone beyond the stage where you could make mistakes. Now they cannot, certainly, Manisha, with the thing starting to get more intense with the quarterfinals approaching. So this is what happened. The first tag well within a few seconds of the game, of the turn, and then eventually all three were done right away. So just a point update as well. Kenya now sit comfortably looking and staring at a victory.
Well, it'll be interesting to see whether it'll be a right hand start attack or a left hand start attack. When I say that, if you see, the attacker has started from his left, so that's a left hand attack that they've started, and that's a strategy. It's a choice when you stand behind the post, which way are you going and go out and charge, left or right. And that's, of course, to keep the defenders in confusion. At the moment, looked like to be an easy touch, but then just swayed away. Nice defending.
Talk about a squad balance. I think Manish and Kenya has to be one of the sides, of course, which has a perfect balance. More all-rounders which are doing the job well. No specialists per se, but even the Wazir is coming in, I think, and they have good quality to eventually bend themselves well. Be it attacking, be it defense.
Well then, 6, 8 and 17. Those are the jersey numbers, and they, in the sequence, are the second best defending batch for Germany. Stoppe wearing the number 6 jersey, Monats number 8, and Fabio Jets wearing the number 17.
I think Fabio was just signaling out to his players that look, you need to keep them engaged, but I think he's gone out as well. Fabio there, I think he's one of the pick of the German side, the way he has kept himself on the mat.
Good defenders will always stay behind the attackers. They'll be on the back of the attackers, but this is very quick. That was very quick by Surrey. So you see, he's a good defender, Surrey, wearing the number 6 t-shirt for Kenya, and a good attacker too. Wazir comes in play, tagged again.
That'll be given out as well. So just within 1 minute 30 seconds, they have sent another batch packing home. I think the struggle is really for Germany. In fact, in the last couple of games that you've seen, they've managed to get a lot more points than what they have here. Certainly, which means that Kenya have really left no stone unturned. They are going for the kill. It's not a mellow win. They're going for the kill, and it's really going to help them while they go on top in this Group D at least.
I think they don't want to leave any stone unturned because Australia is a great side too. And all the league games are finished today. And speaking about Australia, they've got 1 victory. They've lost 2. Kenya was one team that they lost to yesterday. But then Kenya-England game lined up. Australia-Malaysia lined up. It's all happening there. Every encounter in the league stages will finish today. Kenya at the moment 65. Strong lead to them. Are they going to slow down?
I think if they have to play another game in the day, it's even sensible to actually keep your energy spared. Every game has to be taken by the way. And then this is, of course, a quick maneuver then. And the onslaught continues. Samuel it is again. It's not given, is it? No, I think he'll be walking out.
That's Michael Stufer. Just saw Weckenman getting tagged. Kenya on the moment. Nice passing. Wazir comes into play. And that's tagging sealed by Kenya.
Was served on a plate for him with sweet dishes. Easy, and that's sensible play as well. When you see the Wazir is there, I think the German team has to really understand the spatial awareness, because when you're going outside, look at what happens. This was the first tag, of course, came in very quick. The second one as well, and then the third one was a walk in the garden. The Wazir gets up. Good morning.
He's been active ever since he came on the mat in turn 1. This is the turn number 3, second attacking turn for Kenya. And there we are, badge number 7 for Germany. And wearing the number 7 jersey is Jonas Westbrook. Ruben Timo Luket is wearing the number 10 jersey. Franz Zava Frazer wearing 69. And he's been in focus now because the attackers are focusing on him. And he's doing a ring defense. Going behind 2 players, coming across to the other side of the court. Makes a circle. Focus changed. Not yet. Oh, that's a good defensive maneuver by Germany. They're splitting the center line. That's going to be an easy tagging for number 12 of Kenya, Martin Maina Mobutu. That's the end of the turn number 3, and Kenya have finished with their 2 attacking turns, and they are on to 71 points, and those 71 points include 5 dream run points too. So they've been a good defensive side. They'll come out to defend in turn number 4. Germany will have to extract the maximum as much as they can to boost their morale. Kenya, the dugout is happy and they look so confident. Of course, in their turn 2, it took just a while to get the taggings done. The Wazir, of course, was the highlight of the attacking spree of Kenya. Germany on the other side have to defend well. But then everything came to a standstill when the Wazir took the plunge. Well, then India and Bhutan, the men's group A encounter tonight at 8 p.m. Stay for that live action. This action will continue live on your screens. 71-8. Kenya have finished with their attacking turns. It's their defending turn, but look at turn 4. If you're a German supporter, you want them to extract the maximum in this attacking turn. Germany, Kenya, turn number 4 and the last of this game. This is a Group D encounter. My name is Manish Jolly. I'm joined in with Chetan Narula. Of course, Kenya defended well. Kosi, Yesh, Eric on the mat. This, of course, is a strong batch of Kenya. Oh, Wazir comes into play. He was impressive in the first attacking turn of Germany. He says simple touch, but he was in air, and that's a very well calculated dive.
Thank you, Manish. And Kenya, obviously, very handsome in advantageous situation. Just escaping that, the dodge there. Just escaping the fingertips at the last moment. The skydive was put in. Osmos Matisa Nathan Kosi, jersey number 2 on the mat, the first batch.
Abhi Cedric came back with his attacking maneuvers, and that's a good pass, but then a valiant attempt. Change of direction, even if he had the tagging done. Michael Stufer was denied that tagging. Change of direction. You'll see the umpires making that action, and this was the first tagging done. And of course, Yash Patel had to go back to the dugout. So good start by Germany. They look more aggressive than what they were in their first attacking turn. Another dive. Yes, points earned. Michael Stufer gets 2 more points for his team.
Looking a little more the go here, Germany. More intense. It's been a better start for them in this attacking turn. Very crucial game for both sides, of course. But easy does it for Cosmo at the moment.
You know, the attackers need to be very careful. That was a nice tagging done by Stufer. As they get one more tag done, and they've wiped off the first match of Kenya in turn number 4. That's very impressive, Germany. You needed that momentum, that fervor in your first attacking turn. But at the moment, the lead is too much. 14 is where Germans have landed. Had just 8 points in half time, so 6 added from there.
Germany, of course, playing their second last game here. Kho Kho World Cup in the league stage, of course. Lost their first 2 games as the next match comes on for Kenya. At the moment, they lost the opening game against England and then went down to Australia as well. They are out of contention for the next round, but Kenya.
Nice formation there of the defenders. You see all three of them standing on the centre line. Usually you'll see two defenders on the side of the mat, one near the post, and that's a splitting defence badge. That's what I feel. And you'll see two players getting together and they'll try to split the defender. Or did he take the right direction? Yes, he did. He was so agile. Number 12, Martin Maina Mabutu.
Two of them together bunched up at the post. Allows Germany to get points here. No, the ref says there was change in direction, but now there comes a late decision and jersey number 7, Hiren Pathak, has been tagged out.
Well, he's been out of bounds, and that's what the referee said, that you went outside the court. We'll get a glimpse of that when the replays come in. But then one leg outside the blue court for a defender is a violation, and 2 points added to Germany. Wazir just coming into action, and good circle defense going on. Hiren, of course, went out of the court. We just try to show a replay of that. This is Wazir in action. That's cat and mouse play going on. But look at number 7. Look at his left leg, where it's going to go. He's unaware that he's actually stepped out, both legs out of the court, and nice decision by the umpire in the end.
In 1 point, the referee comes in with skydive here. Has he got? No, change in direction. The ref says continue on. Match continues for Kenya. Germany working harder and harder, being a little more agile on their foot. Quick thinking. Wazir now again gets the call. He's dancing, Gojuman, jersey number 12. He is dancing around the post, easily hopping across the cross lane.
He's got his name written on the t-shirt as Gojuman. That's his jersey name. He's Martin Maina Mabutu. Circle defending. He'll form a circle. Oh, finally given up. Maybe ran out of stamina. That's what Kho Kho is all about. You need to run. But if you're a good defender, you'll plan your moves. Or you don't want to see that if you're a Wazir. If you're a German supporter. Holding his hamstring, that explains all.
Seems to be a substitution now. He had gone down. He was trying to tag jersey number 12. But that looks like an injury there. 6:45 then, India versus Malaysia. The final group game for the Indian women. They will be in action. They've been turning on the heat, accruing 100+ points in both their first 2 games. What can they do today against Malaysia? And of course, it will be followed up by the men's action as well. India in action in the evening. It was a great outing for the Indian women against Iran last evening. Second time they hit the 100-point mark, 100-16. It was an evening of attacking fervor, defensive strategy, and most of all, a lot of fun.
We got that glimpse of the coach, Sumit Bhatia. He had 175 written on his gloves. He's very attractive with all those colorings on his hand. Review call at the moment. Germany, Kenya. But denied there by the umpire. So Germany, at the moment, will have to focus on the defender number 10, which is Kevin Bibire Wanyama. The support coming for them. Deutschland with a shout coming from the crowd. And yes, they are on to 18. They had no points in first turn, no defensive points, all attacking points for them. They had 8 attacking points in the first turn. Another dream run coming here, and that's the reason why we say that if you're a good defender, you'll land up getting points. 3 minutes of stay on the mat for a defending badge. Will fetch 1 point, but then he just ran out of ideas. You thought that he slipped. That was a very well maneuvered attack by Germany. O.C. Nathan very happy with that tagging done.
And Aaron was lifted by his teammates in celebration. He also went and shook hands with his Kenyan opponent. That was good sportsman spirit. Sky tag put in to get those 2 points. Bit of a slip there. But celebration with his teammate and with his opponent from Aaron.
Left with 1 minute and 46 seconds in turn 4. This badge is the second best defending badge of Kenya. And watch out for 88, Moses Oshinya Tenya. He was playing as a Wazir yesterday against the game that finished with Australia. But at the moment, a 52-point lead is massive for Kenya. And I'm sure the English team is watching them because Kenya is scheduled to play England later on in the day. That's another cliffhanger on the cards. Oh, nice dive by the Wazir! Spectacular! And that's a good player to tag. Number 6, Surrey, will go back to the dugout.
Skydive just at the right moment. Look at that. Chase, chase, chase. Timed it absolutely perfectly. Got the tag in as well. 2 more points in Germany's back. And the coach wasn't happy with that defense. Probably expected a late change of direction. But still, 2 more defenders on the mat for Kenya.
More skydives in this match for Germany. 2 by Jessis, Stufer and Stobe. They've been very attractive. But then they needed more points here. They had to travel long in this tournament. We're left with the last 20 seconds from here. Kenya look very positive. Germany, of course, will play another game against Malaysia later on in the day. They would want to widen their chances against them as well. They haven't really made the maximum as far as the winning points are concerned. Germany yet to earn fresh points, but that's the end of the game. Easily dominated by Kenya right from the start. They had 28 points in turn 1, and that summed it up. Pressurizing Germany. It's an easy victory in the end.
50-point difference. That's the margin of victory for Kenya. Great fun for them. In attack, in defense. With a smile on their face. But an important win. As mentioned, they'll be taking on England in a table-topping clash in this group later on in the day. But for now, they have done the job. 50-point victory for Kenya over Germany.
50-point victory for Kenya. Germany, of course, needed to attack well. They needed to defend well. And the reason I say 6 dream run points that were won by Kenya. There were some moments that looked good, but they knew that they have a tough opponent in front of them. That's the summary of the scorecard. 28 and 38 attack points for Kenya. They're better in the turn 3 as far as the attack is concerned. But those defending points, dream run points, 5 in the first and 1 in the second turn. This, of course, is the moment that you want to see. You don't want to see the injuries, but definitely the spirit of Kho Kho spreading all across here at the IG Stadium in Delhi. Kenya beating Germany by 50 points, 72-22 in favor of Kenya.
Both teams together celebrating the spirit of Kho Kho. The world goes Kho, and that visual is the apt definition of the sport going global. India providing the stage, the world is going Kho.
Well, that's what they live for. That's what Kho Kho has done. India's game, Kho Kho going all across the globe. Uniting people, uniting the sports persons, and they love this game. And the love was seen right from the word go in turn 1 when Kenya came in and extracted 28 points with a well-maneuvered attacking. Of course, this was one of the moments where things were easy. They made it easy. They had an all-out on Germany. Spectacular post dives, and they were quick. The Wazirs came in action both for Kenya and Germany. But eventually, if you compare the speed and the aggression of both the teams, you would give full marks to Kenya. Well then, they ran out of ideas, Germany, but they are happy with it, with the kind of performance. They're better with their attacking turn, which was their second attacking turn, the 4th of the game. And they had some moments to remember, and I'm sure they'll feature much better in the next encounter that they face today against Malaysia. Kenya, on the other hand, knew that they have a different vizier today, and it was a teamwork. They were quick and they were tactical too. There were some moments of concern, but that did not matter. The rhythm was good with Kenya and they maintained that. They never slowed down and they took away the opportunities whenever they came in their stride. Of course, speaking about the speed, Kenya will be matching England later in the day today. That's the battle of the teams that are sitting in Group D. But at the moment, Germany will be very happy with all those efforts made in turn 4 with the attacking. The skydives came in, they were pressurizing the defenders and they looked much better in turn 4. These are the moments that they will cherish. Oh, that looked so good with the Wazir. Well then, moments that they will rejoice. It's the spirit of Kho Kho that will live forever. It's a memorable jump, the memorable moment in Kho Kho World Cup 2025 in Delhi. Confirmation of the score, 50-point victory for Kenya. Germany will be working hard, but then coming up next is New Zealand versus Indonesia in the women's Group D encounter. Stay with us, stay live for some more action. There was, of course, some spectacular moments in this game between Germany and Kenya, but eventually Kenya winning the game. And there were some great moments. The defense and the attack maneuvers were great. We'll go down to Roshan Shetty at the presentation ceremony.
Well, what an incredible display of sportsmanship and also competition. It is day 4 of the first ever Kho Kho World Cup. Germany taking on Kenya. In the end, Kenya winning convincingly. Hello and welcome to the post-match presentation. For the first award, I would like to invite Mr. Kamaljit Arora, who is the Vice President of the Kho Kho Federation of India, to hand over the award for the best attacker of the match. And it goes to Abduba from Kenya. So he is the man, of course, he was the Wazir at the start and then eventually taking his team to glory. He is, of course, the most valuable player. Next up, I would like to invite Mr. Chandrajit Zadav, who is the Joint Secretary of the Kho Kho Federation of India, to hand over the award for the best defender. And it goes to Cedric Haber from Germany. They have been a team who have been with great spirit. And you see the applause as well, which will come in. Well, you will say sehr gut from Germany. Next up, I would like to ask Mrs. Amla Awasthi, who is the HR head of BlackBerry, to hand over the award for the player of the match. And it goes to Moses Atanya from Kenya. Well, he has been in incredible form and he has given the much needed victory as well. Well, we do have simultaneous matches going on as well. We would now like to proceed for the post-match presentation for the game in the men's category between Iran and Ghana, where Iran won by 61-30 against Ghana. For the first award, I would again like to request Mr. Kamaljit Arora to present the award for the best attacker of the match, and it goes to Stanley Zaga from Ghana. Well, Stanley there, he was there from the start, from turn 1. You have seen him going. I would again like to invite Mr. Chandrajit Zadav to present the best defender of the match. And it goes to Rasool from Iran. It's been one side that have taken the storm, of course, at the Kho Kho World Cup. Well done, Rasool, of course. Next up, I would like to request Mrs. Amla Awasthi to hand over the award for the player of the match. And it goes to Amir Mahdi Azarian from Iran for a spirited performance and taking the team, of course, to victory. Well done, Amir. Next up, we do go for the presentation of the game between Sri Lanka and Poland in the men's category. For the first award, I would again like to request Mr. Kamaljit Arora to present the best attacker of the match. And it goes to Marasingana Kalana from Sri Lanka. Kalana there took the team at the start. Remember the game which you witnessed on our YouTube channel as well. And ensuring that he gets as many as points possible. Thank you so much, Kalana. Next up, I would like to request Mr. Chandrajit Zadav to present the Best Defender of the Match award. And it goes to Mateusz Falensky Igor from Poland. Remember, they have been a side who have taken or been eye candy this season, the first ever Kho Kho World Cup. Thank you, Igor. Well done there. Next up, I would like to request Mrs. Amla Awasthi to hand over the award for the player of the match. And it goes to Samara Pulige Tilana Devendra from Sri Lanka for yet another fabulous performance for the team. He's been there, done that. Well, the action, of course, is going to continue in the first ever Kho Kho World Cup. But for now, that's all that we have from the presentation.
Thank you, Roshan. It's not only the contest, it's the excitement that's building up. Confirmation, Kenya winning by 50-point margin. And coming up next is another interesting encounter. New Zealand versus Indonesia. The women's Group D match is up next. Stay tuned for the live action.